Hello, welcome to episode 156 of We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard, and tonight we're joined by the incredible Steve Urena.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? I can't believe I'm on here. I think this is my third or fourth time.
Something like that.
You've been on here almost as much as Steven.
Yeah.
Like you have nearly as many episodes as Steven at this point, and I appreciate it because it's always fantastic to see you. For those of you who don't know, Steve Urena is an incredible writer, fellow indie comic creator of some of the books I had back here, Slow Pokes. He also has Ex-Maschina. And this, of course, Zombie Day Night, which is one of my favorites. And I can't wait to see more of that story. But right now, you're on the show to talk about your new book, which looks freaking hilarious and phenomenal. It's called Foul Mouth. We tell people a little bit about it?
Sure. So Foul Mouth is a demon-possessed superhero who gets her powers from cursing. So that is the elevator pitch, and it's fucking fantastic.
I love the art style, by the way, just for what I know this story is going to feel like. I haven't read it yet, but like I know this is going to be a over-the-top fun, like action, like hilarious ride. And I feel like just looking at like the art that I've seen, it looks like it's going to be like the perfect combination.
It's actually a Focus Features movie. It's like a really slow, down-to-earth drama, like slice-of-life story about a girl who only speaks the word fuck. She's just like, she wants to get by just like you and me, but she can't stop saying fuck. It's real hard. It's like liar, liar, but instead of like the truth, it's just fuck, and it's real weird.
Fuck. Yeah.
No, but it looks amazing, Steve. So yeah, like is he on the ball with that? Is it like a fun, over-the-top type of?
This is my most serious work yet. But I mean, that would be funny if Foul Mouth was just like, this is my Dark Knight. Like,
this is like, your magnum opus. Like
you open it, it's black and white, and she's just like super dark and just like fuck, and then that's it. And it ends, and that's it.
You merely adopted the fuck. I was
born in the fuck. I think you guys can make that a shirt. I was born in the fuck.
I was born in the fuck. I mean, we were all born from the fuck, at least. So.
But yes, this lighthearted action comedy. This is my first superhero story. He has it spot on. It's kind of my homage to the Saturday morning cartoons, Amazing Spider-Man and Batman Adventures, Superman Adventures. So this is Foul Mouth, cursing superhero. And so far I haven't been canceled yet, so we're good to go.
No, it's awesome, man.
Dude, for now.
It looks like so much fun. I did want to ask you, because on our show we always talk about some various issues. We've shared a lot because you've been on the show. Check out, I'll post them in the links below. Steve has been on our show several times. We talked about some of our creative issues that we all kind of share, but like recently there have been some updates with like social media has been changing. There are a lot of things shifting around. There's a lot going on. And like you right now, you're in the crap right now. Like you have an active campaign going on during all of this crazy cluster cuss of social media. So like what's it been like recently? Have you noticed any like big differences, and what have you been doing to adapt?
So yeah, it's been, I'd say this is probably my toughest campaign so far. It's also, I mean, I'm switching genres, which is a little bit tougher sometimes because when you're known for one thing and you jump into another thing, it's hard for people to join the ride with you, because if they don't like that genre, or if there's right now there's a lot of superhero burnout, which is very possible because there's a lot of stuff going on. I get that. But it's definitely tougher to run a campaign. Twitter is fucked. Twitter is super
it's terrifying. It's terrifying because
it's just muting, like you're not finding people. It's just making it harder for you to reach new people, which is very tough, especially for comic creators everywhere. I used to get most of my engagement on Twitter, and I'd make new backers and meet new people and meet new podcasts, and it's just harder and harder to do. I'm on Blue Sky, which has been nice, but I feel like people are still trickling in, and I still feel like people are still trying to figure out what social media is going to be. I mean, there's like a new one every week. It's like, hey, that's race car. Look at this. Or like, hey.
Yeah, Mastodon. How long did that, like, I mean, everyone was so on board to jump there, and then nothing really.
Well, like it used to be where we would all be on this thing like Live Journal, and then it's like, oh, we hear about this new thing coming out, MySpace, but we can add music on that thing. That sounds cool. Oh, and share pictures with our friends. Oh, okay. And then it's like, and then you hear about some cool like cool things that you can do on this new app or new site or whatever. So you check it out. Now it's like they all are the same thing, and it's just bubbling up, and it's really like where the
copy.
Yeah, it's a copy of a copy of a copy. And it's like, where are the people going to land? What's the difference really? And it's just atmosphere. The general vibe is what it is. And aside from like, user like capabilities, because like some of it isn't as intuitive. Some of it just looks kind of weird, and it's like, like clunky. It's just not there yet. Like, I don't really like, I don't even know how to describe what I'm trying to say. There's something about like the sizing of threads that I don't like. Like it's just like I don't love it, and then like when I go on Blue Sky, I'm like, I hate the icon to begin with. I hate it.
Yeah, it's just all jumbled and just it's weird. It's very
like
weird.
It's like a dumb little cloud box. It looks like something that like my son would draw and be like, hang this up. I'm like, I don't wanna, like
you gotta earn it. You gotta
earn it. Do something better. You better put something in those clouds. Put a little alien in there.
Brand, bitch, brand.
But that's what I was asking, because like I've definitely had that experience myself, because I went for a long time just talking into the void on Twitter, where I'm just like, no one's responding to my stuff. I'm literally writing to nobody. Then people started to respond, and I started making some friends there. And then like more people start seeing my stuff, and more people are enjoying my stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay. I'm figuring this out. And then it just got hit with like this meteor, this like like billionaire shaped meteor hit our planet, and now I'm like, everyone's dying around me, and I'm like, oh guys, I'm still funny, right? I'm still cool. And they're like, no man, everyone's dead here.
I mean, I always thought the guy who owns Twitter currently, I won't say his name, but it is I feel like he's a secret idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Every time he comes up with an idea or like something like that, it's like, if I said this, it sounds like something I did when I was like high or drunk. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, let's shoot a car into space. It's like, you don't need to have a PhD to do that. Like, you do that. I remember he tried to come up with an idea for tunnels in under LA.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And then it got canceled. And I was like, oh, I wonder why. Like, you know what I mean?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Someone thought of tunnels in 1910. I'm like, nah, this isn't going to work. They abandoned it long ago.
You mean the subway system? You mean the subway system? Something that exists? Jesus
dude.
Christ. Like, it just...
There's so much.
He wanted everyone to use like mole apparatuses, right? No, I'm just kidding. I love that like the change of the name to X. Like he just sees the letter X. I mean, because I see where it was originally the bird, but that dude just likes to name stuff X, doesn't he? It's so crazy.
Because it's 1998 again, and we're very close for it to be called like Break Stuff or like Biscuit. I mean, Biscuit would be a good name for a social app. So maybe it's something there, BIZKIT. So,
so like, okay, with all the changes and how much it does suck, it's just harder to get engagement and reach people that you want to reach. Because I feel like random people, I'll make a joke now, and instead of like people who actually enjoy the joke, like responding, it's random people I've never met in my life going like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, not you. I'm not like anyone else. Like, I'm not like, I don't want to explain my dumb joke to you, because you just don't, we don't speak the same language. Like, it's fine. Keep moving, keep scrolling.
Well, mostly because all those bots that you romanced are now after you. Probably
that's true. There is revenge.
They're all coming after you now,
by a million Terminators right now.
They're all like, you broke my heart.
But like, okay, so not being able to reach as many people, your campaign's still doing pretty well. Like, what do you have left? Like 20 something days, 20 days?
Yes, I got a little bit under a month left. I'm still trying to get funded. Literally, luckily by doing more of these, people have been very cool and very responsive. Like, hey, come on our show, or hey, we'll do an article, which has been very awesome and very nice. I got to say, the comics community is such a positive force that, like, if people that I've seen running campaigns right now that are like really struggling, dude, everybody's like, hey, let's get on the train. I try to do that as much as possible too, just to help. I want everybody to win. Like, everybody, we all win.
That's how I've been watching, like, because yours still has 20 days left, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna start pushing next week. It's gonna happen. We're gonna push real hard, like, that's, I always do that with these campaigns. I'm like, I watch them and I'm like, okay, you seem like you're on track, this is going well, but then it's like, I don't know if you know Jeff Schiller, but right now he has the Elf with No Name.
Elf with No Name, dude, which looks incredible.
It looks so cool. I grew up loving like spaghetti westerns and stuff. I love fantasy and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like this book. I know I am, and I like Jeff Schiller. He's so close, and he's not there yet. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, thing. Yeah. I was like, I don't have money, Jeff Schiller. It's like, I can only do so much, but like we tried, like, that's why we're having you on. We're trying to do more guests.
My thing is if even if people, whether they can back or don't, because listen, it's tough economically too. like people are losing their jobs left and right. It's tough. I get that.
Right.
But if as long as people can share and spread the word, that's all I need. You know what I mean? And I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. And you know, anybody supporting it, it's very nice, it's very cool. And I'm glad the comics community is coming together and we all have each other's backs.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
great.
dude. It's so important, you know. And it's like we're trying to like have more people on, and like because we know you know we're about to do like we're about to finish issue 2 of our book, which means we're gonna start issue 3. We're gonna have to run a Kickstarter at some point, and holy crap, what's gonna be left by the time we start that Kickstarter?
The thing is too, there's also other, what I found out too is there's other platforms that are doing well. So like Kickstarter is like, I feel like everybody knows what that is, but like We Are Zoop, apparently people are doing very well on there. And then BackerKit, which came out of nowhere. I don't know what that is really. I thought that was part of Kickstarter because
So
it
did
just
I.
sounds Kickstarter, but I think it's I think it's its own thing, and people have been making money that way. So you know, who knows where the future lies, but I just feel like the little guy's getting screwed over by just the way the algorithms are going, and you know, here's hoping we can figure that out. Or if we have to just go door to door again, just start touching grass.
That's how this feels. It's like I notice like some people will basically go door to door in DMs, which I still hate, even though it's like I'm
hey man, yeah.
I get that all the time. I mean, we get it on our podcast where people are like, "Hey, I just launched this Kickstarter, or we're gonna be launching next month. Can we come on your show?" I get that. I totally understand that because that's more of like a hey.
Yeah, that's more of a like, hey, we'll it's a mutual thing because like I'll post on mine, like whatever works.
Yeah, exactly. And like I get that, and like people just hey, you need to reach out and be on different shows. I do that just to try to be on different podcasts and stuff too. But when people are like, "Hey, I have a Kickstarter going, go back it," and they DM'd me about it, I'm like,
yeah, that I can't do.
I don't like this. Don't do that, man, because they're like there are millions of people
up to your head. Like, hey,
yeah,
man,
that's how it feels. And it's like I'm like we're trying, we really try, but you freaking in this economy, I'm broke. I got nothing on me. Like I give you as much money as I could, Jeff Schiller as much money as I could. Like everyone's shaking us.
It's tougher out there, but I think I think we'll get through it and we'll make it through the storm. But it just feels like one thing after the other. And then just on top of that, like I just feel like a lot of the comics community is great, but there's a good amount of people who are just like very negative. And it's like I'm just like, what are you? Why? Like, don't do this. This is not the time.
It's hard, man, because like I struggle with that, with exactly what you're talking about, because like I never want to be the like toxic positivity person, but at the same time, I'm like, listen, I can't just live in this quicksand all the time, or else I'll let it drown me. If I sit here and I'm just like, no one cares about my book, no one cares about my art, no one cares about my stories, like blah blah blah. Everyone has stories. What do mine matter? And I can spiral through that nihilistic, reality that we're all stuck in. We're all stuck in this. No one cares about us. No one cares about anything. Everything sucks. Everything's going to die.
Calm down, Nietzsche. Calm down.
Well, the worst is the comics will break your heart. It's like, no, comics make my heart full. Like, this is my escape from real life. I get to write stories and talk to great people who also enjoy comics. Like, think about what else you'd be doing. Like, I mean, I think that's a whatever it is that's like monotonous and terrible. Like comics are safety. Like, it's great.
Yeah, dude, and that's so true. And I think it's one of those things where we start to like define success in various ways along our career, and it's just like, hey, look, like Steven and I that's why we have issues. We've been trying to do this for so long, and we're gonna like mess up and fail. We're not gonna sell as many books as we want sometimes, but we made all these books. Like we're making comics. We're making great friends like you. We're helping other people in the community like make their stuff. It's great. I don't know. Like I'm with you. Like we're trying so hard. Even though it's so difficult to stay positive because everything is garbage and the world is a nightmare just because it's a vampire.
The world is a vampire.
But no, you're right though. But it is hard because it's like with so many people out there saying so many things, you can literally on social media see someone at their best, like having their best day ever or their worst day ever. And it's like, holy crap, how can I go from one post where I'm like, happy birthday, I hope you have the best day of your life, to like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that this happened to your child. Like, I don't know. I don't
it's
like
crazy. Social media has now become like a casino, because I feel like we go into a casino, the highs are high and the lows are low. Just some guy like with a cigarette, like, oh, like, oh, I'm using your machine, you know, because you have good luck. It's like, well,
Yeah, so Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter, is a casino where there's just a cooler sitting next to you constantly, and like you're just pulling bad pulls.
Trying. I'm gonna pull ahead.
I pulled it and I have to cut my arms off. Fuck.
Oh man, but yeah, dude, it's so rough. I mean, it's hard to like keep positive, and then there are a lot of influences out there, positive and negative. But like, it sucks because we all want to be there for each other, but I see a lot of people going mega competitive with it instead of like treating it like community. Which I understand, like
it's not like we're all different. Like I don't understand.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say.
Like that gatekeeping bullshit too. If it's just like, oh no, we got to let only 10 people in this year. It's like, fuck off. Like I'm going to do what I want to do, and we'll see. The chips will fall where they may. You know,
because like, okay, of course, like, yeah, there are only so many people reading, so many people interested in comics, but it's a pretty big number, and they're all interested in different things, and like,
there's enough for everybody.
Exactly.
And
what if we employ the rapper marketing strategy and we start just fucking ripping into each other and starting beefs? Like they're not real beefs, but it's the classic GameStop owned EB Games, but we were both we thought if we went to EB we were like screwing over GameStop, and we weren't. Yeah, so I mean, like, we just line the pockets of everybody by just fake beefs. Fuck Foulmouth. Deathless will kick Foulmouth's ass, and then like, what are you doing? And then like, it's
shit. Like, the new it's like 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Like,
oh man, Ja.
That works if like
Ja got to say about this.
That works if like 50% of the people like one side and 50% like the other. If it just backfires poorly, like everyone's just like foul mouth.
Oh
like,
man, shit on Deathless.
Just shitting on Deathless. Just everyone. No one even buys it ever again. Just
can't believe that blonde fat fuck tried to start some shit.
My favorite thing was during Ex-Machina, when I was talking with Lane Lloyd, the artist. We were talking about like, how do we get our name out there? I was like, just start fucking talking shit about like the biggest comic creators of all time. And I was like, hey, just start talking shit about Alex Ross. Be like, yo, fuck Alex Ross. Like, see what happens. And then randomly he followed both of us on Twitter. I don't know if he runs his account, but like randomly he did. And I mean, it clearly is like tongue in cheek, but I was like, oh shit, Alex Ross might be in our DMs.
Oh, dude, I love
Alex Ross, real painting ass motherfucker. Can't even paint a cartoony looking character. All gotta look real as shit and shit.
It's like, hey, I got this thing in the mail. It's just a picture. It's a picture drawn by Alex Ross of somebody kicking my ass. And he came and he kicked my ass.
And it's so realistic looking. It's so well painted.
3 days later, he knocked on my door and kicked my ass.
Oh my god!
Where were you the night Alex Ross kicked your ass?
I like that Alex Ross paintings.
Ross.
It's like say cheese and die Alex Ross style.
Who do you think they
drew my death? I don't know. It was the most intimate details. Say, how did he know about that?
He's got the plant that you have like next to your bathroom door or something. Like.
What the fuck? How did he get that?
Okay, hang on.
You cast a red light on it, don't you? He's just like painting it.
Speaking of like intimate details about things, I'm gonna use this as a segue, guys. I have to talk about. Normally, when we've guests, I try to like stick with like let's just talk about the comic stuff and this stuff. But like, I saw something on the internet and I needed to talk to you guys. And since we've had with like Steve's our friend, we've talked to you a bunch of times. I feel like I can bring this out to you and see what you think. Okay. Steven, I'm going to go like normally we call it a monster test. This isn't really a monster test. This is more we're going to call it a Tales from the Cryptids. Will you give us
Tales from the Cryptids?
Tales from the Cryptids. Okay. So I was on the internet just like, we all are all the time. It's where we live, most of the time, more so than meat space. But so I was there and I was just scrolling. And you know how now on social media you see the people you follow, kind of things you like, then you just see the random stuff, and you're like, oh, I don't know, why am I even seeing this? Like I've never even talked about anything like this. And then you see like, oh, who is this? And it's like, oh, the algorithm is getting weird. So I saw a post by Uri Geller. Do you know who Uri Geller is? Do you know that name?
I do not.
Okay. Mm-mm. Uri Geller is a a mystic. He's like a psychic mystic sort of person who was famous in like the 70s and 80s for like saying he could like move things with his mind, and he had supernatural powers of some sort that were given to him by extraterrestrials, right?
Could he bend spoons?
I think he was one of the people
Yeah,
who
he was one of those people.
but like he went on like Johnny Carson, and was it Randy went on there and was like, what was his name? It was not the Magnificent
Randy Rainbow. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying
right?
Yeah, no, not yeah, he's related, not related to, but like yeah, they work together. Yeah. But the Amazing Randy or whatever, so Randy goes on there and he's trying to debunk him, and he annihilates him. He's just like, you're nothing. Like none of the, and the guy goes home and he's just like, I'm not feeling powerful today or whatever, but maintains a career like his whole life as like this mystic guy, writes these books, does all this stuff. So I see this guy on Twitter, right? And I see him and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read this. Like, I forgot this guy existed. Like, I was like, oh, he's on Twitter. This is funny. And the post is hilarious, guys. Like, guys, this is the best thing I've ever read in my life. And I want to
now. No,
okay. So I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this post to you really quick. It's by Uri Geller. He says, "My dear friends, I received this image from my friend Whitley Strieber, who wrote the movie Communion and The Hunger, Wolfen, and Alien Abduction. Whitley said that this image is probably real." Okay,
probably.
So there's an image of an alien. There's an image of an alien. Now, mind you, this is 100% sincere. Like these guys, this guy and Whitley Strieber, 100% sincere. Okay, this image is probably real. It is also one of the beings that he sees, because I have seen. Have you guys ever seen or heard of Communion? It was with Christopher Walken. Okay, so like. Apparently,
hold on, before we get there, I just picturing Christopher Walken like, my communion's coming. Like, I get a good gift. Like,
when they pass the cups around.
So Christopher Walken was Captain Hook, and I laughed so hard because it's like Peter Pan.
Peter,
you got to give me this hook. It's real good.
Rufio.
So no, okay.
Go on. Sorry.
So this movie with Christopher Walken, it was based on his true story, real life events, in which he was in this cabin and he was visited by some sort of beings. In the book that and such, like, I guess he doesn't specifically say that they're aliens, but he kind of like suggests like they're otherworldly. Yeah. So he says, this is the part that I was like, I can't wait to share this with people. He thinks it is real because of two things.
If the poster itself can't even like commit to the fact that this is 100% real, just like he's like, hey, it's probably
he thinks it's real, but like his reasoning, okay? His reasoning. No, Steven.
He's got two reasons though.
Steven, okay, there are two of you. He has two reasons. I want you to guess what his reasons for this picture being like authentic. Like, what do you think his reasons are? Steven, what's your one reason you think it's authentic?
Reason one is because the alien is green, like he's always seen it.
Okay.
And
that's fair.
And there's no way this photo could have possibly been photoshopped. It's a Polaroid.
Okay, gotcha. What do you think, Steve?
There you go. I would agree with Polaroid. I would say maybe the light, like, you know what I mean? Like when people see ghosts and stuff like that, they see like the
orbs
background. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. No. Like,
I think we were too sensible with it. I think we gave like logical reasons. I think these are not going to be even close to that. So
his two reasons are, number one, the prominent vagina is immediately evident.
Whoa.
Alien vagina, very good.
Alienacy.
Guys, the amount of times that I have been like the length of time I have watched all of One Piece while staring at this alien, trying to figure out what the hell this
is. One Piece too.
Yeah. So okay, so it says,
I found the One Piece.
It is the alien vagina. So the prominent vagina is immediately evident when you see them naked. but it is not commented on in the UFO literature because very few people actually see them, especially not naked. Secondly, they reproduce in a manner very different from us. What in the world? Oh, so like, by the way, how is that a second reason why this is
That should be it.
real?
That
Like,
should be it.
These are just facts written for his science fiction.
like,
No,
he's
wait,
like,
see, the thing is, he's got to catch us up on the alien lore. He can't just be like, hey, prominent vaginas. Like, you can't just lead with that. You need to
but
like coax me into it, man.
it's just so funny. He's like, I have two reasons. One, vagina. Two, they have babies different. They're
What
different.
vagina?
Like,
Two,
what?
they don't need vaginas. Duh.
I mean, I also think from this tweet, to be like, who said this? That guy Yuri or Tracy Morgan in NBC or in 30 Rock.
They got that weird vagina.
The vagina was dominant, Liz Lemon.
So okay, so he says, what in the world she's doing in the basement of an abandoned building in Mexico, I cannot imagine. Probably she was emerging from below the surface with the intention of going out into the area to fulfill various needs.
Jesus, I mean,
The frig.
do you have the picture though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I would not bring this up if I wasn't going to show you guys the picture. Are you kidding me?
I need to see this. I need to see this prominent alien.
Dude, it's so fun. So hang on, let me see. So then he says, Whitley believes that this image may be authentic. The primary reason is that the genitalia are true to life. Not many people have seen the gray people without covering, and this is accurate representation of how a woman of the species appears naked.
And you can commemorate this occasion with this coin. With the official alien coin.
Just 3 easy payments of 1995.
Look at that. Look at it on the coin. Look at it on the top.
Look at the detail carved into every
Here, I'm just
the
gonna
labia majora perfectly shaded.
there, I put it on Twitter for you guys. Like I put
Yeah.
it in our chat. You can see
He
it.
just posted the vagina on his thread.
Yeah, I'm on my Twitter. Here we go. So I'll post the image here so everyone can see it too.
I am not seeing a prominent vagina.
Yeah, me
well,
neither.
I
And that's,
You know what that is? You know what's crazy about that? There's an Instagram thing where an alien, they have like an alien character like going to the club and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
whatever. My friend runs that account, and I think that's what this is. Which is
I hope it is. That'd be amazing. Holy crap.
it's like, hey, where did you get this alien vagina? Where'd you get that?
Dude, it's
Spencer's Gifts.
Spencer's kid. AdamandEve.com.
oh my god.
This is like a I think you should leave sketch. It's like, but the vagina's real.
The alien itself is not real. Only the vagina.
But it is.
Oh.
Yeah, like, the vagina. It's prominent. Like,
But also, I love how this alien looks like it was just like no pictures. You know what I mean? Like
it's like,
it's
whoa.
online. It's like online for ice cream. That's what it looks like.
It's like, what the fuck's happening here?
Yeah.
Look
I
at that
saw it.
vagina. What? What's happening?
I'm gonna let you finish.
But dude, it's
That's an amazing picture, though.
It is a good
Yeah.
vagina.
But I was just like going down this rabbit hole, these two guys, where I'm just like, holy crap, like this it's insane. Like Yuri Geller has made a whole living doing this crap and being like, oh yeah, I have superpowers because of aliens. And he's like, I just say I'm mystical. I'm like, what? And then this guy, he's like, yeah, I've been talking to these different creatures. I'm not gonna call them aliens because later on I'm gonna turn real hard and say they're probably demons / angels. I don't know. We don't know. Ooh, who am I talking to? So it gets so weird because it's like, okay, so now are they angels? And like, because now all that guy's books, they went from like alien based stuff to like religious based stuff, and like 2012 and how
that's where those people are. Yeah, like I knew somebody who was a little bit nuts and a little bit crazy about that stuff. And they told me, they were like, hey, you know all these stories about all the aliens coming out on the news? I was like, yeah. They're like, don't believe them because they're not aliens, they're demons. I was like, oh, okay, sorry about that.
Cool, man.
And I feel like what you need to do with people like that is just go like even crazier. Oh, you still think they're demons?
Yeah,
Demons.
no, they're octopuses, man. They're like,
as if any creature would have to come from anywhere else but our own Earth. Like they're not demons or aliens. Yeah, they're cephalopods, bitch. Like, an ancient octopi race that's been trying to conquer man since the beginning. You just gotta like triple down. You gotta go crazier.
I mean,
they're like, no, that's just insane. And you'd be like, yeah, well, so are fucking demons. Have a nice
that's right.
day.
Yeah. I mean, octopods are known to be able to escape.
octopi.
Yeah. But I mean, octopods can escape from anywhere, right? Anywhere they're
I mean, that's my point. Like, I feel like really is like there's crazy enough shit on Earth already. We don't need any mystical demons or angels. Did you hear about the octopus city, like outside of Australia too? It's like they have like a weird. They call it a city or a civilization, but it's like near Australia. There's a bunch of like a collection of octopus.
Really?
So when you were saying that, I was just picturing because they're Australian, like, hey, mate.
Yeah, they have the accent, like the human accent.
That's amazing. But yeah, dude, it was like
that's why you don't want to talk to the Mississippian octopus. There's not many, but they do find their ways into the.
You don't want to come down here, humans. Get out of here.
It's like 8 different guns.
Oh no,
eight guns. 8 guns. Octopus.
Ooh, that's a comic I'd read for sure. You can't.
Oh, dude, I think we just created a character.
Hell yeah. I mean, instead of like the 6-shooter, like just 8 guns. It's like okay.
Well, I feel like that's the the Hanna-Barbera cartoon? Or isn't there one like Snagglepuss or somebody like it was like an octopus? Imagine that just like an octopus from the south, like go no further, fella. That's right.
The way you came, sir.
You only got 6 rounds in that sucker. Try 48.
That's right, basic math.
Oh my god,
we're intelligent octopus.
Oh man, he busted out that multiplication table. We need to get out of here.
But
I ain't counting them bullets in that manner. Sorry.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like people, they go from the alien to the demons, which I mean, I guess kind of cycles back to your book, Foul Mouth is.
Well, she's a demon. I get it.
Yes. She's a demon. There are demons involved. So like, do you get into like other demons in that, or like curses or different?
Yeah. So she's Faye Flick, main character. She ends up working for a mystic because her dad signs her up for a weekend job, and of course. You go to your local mystic on Craigslist. Right. You can find a little job there.
It's specifically Uri Geller. He has a tattoo of a
yeah. And welcome. You need to do some.
How many alien vaginas are mentioned in your comic book?
on every page, there's world record, breaking the world record for alien.
The page numbers are just vagina every time.
In the shape of the number.
The flip book. Yeah. It's a flip book. So yes, so she ends up releasing 2 demons. So the demon she has with her is a good demon, and then his brother is a terrible demon.
Cool.
So that's where that comes from. And yes, a lot of people think maybe that this is just cursing for the sake of cursing, but it's like I would say Green Lantern meets Venom, where the more ridiculous the curse, the more more powered up the tirade, the more it animates. So if she calls somebody a shit sandwich, the shit sandwich will appear and help fight the villains. Yes.
No, that's amazing, dude. I freaking can't wait. What do you have a plan as far as like finishing the book? Like how many issues it'll be, or is it?
So just seeing response to it and seeing where it goes. The other ones have gotten a good response. So there'll be another one. Zombie Date Night 2 is my next project. It's already, the script is done. You're in it. I just need to finalize the photos and everything, and we're good to go. But yeah, with this one, just seeing where things go. I feel like I really hope this gets funded because I'd love to do more foul mouth issues and things like that. But again, if it doesn't, or for whatever reason, I feel like there is a place for foul mouth. I just need to figure out where that place would be.
Yeah, that's a good jumping off point, because we're about at the end now. We always talk about like what we're gonna do next, like this week. It's like you said you're gonna work on Zombie Date Night 2 next, but like what are you doing this week? Like what's your next like plan to get this thing funded?
So my plan is to just keep hustling, keep doing podcasts, keep doing interviews, keep doing things, trying to not. But the thing is that's crazy about that is I don't want to oversaturate too, because it's like, oh, everybody, I'm tired of hearing about this guy and his cursing superhero or anything like that. So it's just trying to figure out where the people are for this. Because every time I tell people about the concept, they're like, oh, that's great, that's amazing. And I'm like, all right, so if people like the concept, like they've got to be out there somewhere. I just got to figure out where they are. It's very tough. So just trying to look and see, even if there's other podcasts out there that are not comic related, maybe there's a way to to get on that and figure that
Yo,
out.
welcome to the fuck cast. Right here, we're talking about
to the
anything
fuck
likes
cast,
the word
just say
fuck.
fuck.
Anybody. What do you say?
Got any
Fuck.
stories about alien?
But
Gotta be prominent.
just so far doing that. And I mean, I joined TikTok and I'm trying to sell comics through that. That's where the people are right now.
Yeah, I know, man. How's that
But
going? Like, have you like found any success there?
I'm actually not sure because I don't know like if anybody has. I know people have seen the posts and stuff that I've done, like 700 people, which is cool.
Yeah.
But again, it's tough because all the it's a lot of kids that are on there, and also they don't let you put a link unless you have like thousands of followers.
Yeah.
So if I could tell them, hey, go to Kickstarter, search Foulmouth, but that's too much work for people these days. So,
yeah, people just want one click or nothing. Yeah,
they want the one click. So that's the hard part. So I might have to go to the drawing board and maybe dance a little.
Yeah.
Maybe figure that out. But it's tough out there. So just trying to, if anybody has any ideas or like, hey, try this. I'm always open to ideas. I'm always open to talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Steve, where can the people find you to talk to you about your various comics and like, give some tips?
You could eventually I would like to create a site where it's like, steveurena.com or create an LLC or something like that and put everything underneath it.
Yeah.
Just because I'm also tired of there's a lot of good publishers out there and things like that, but there's a lot of predatory ones too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, oh, we'll take 30%, we'll take 50%. We own your comic. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm tired of that. So I think I'm going to create a place like, hey, you want my comics? I will send them to you myself. I will sign whatever. I will order them, whatever needs to be done. And I think that would be a good place to start because yes, there's too many of these places that are just taking advantage of creators, and it's like you didn't do anything. Why would you get paid for this?
Yeah,
you're just a middleman.
So where do you spend most of your time on social media? Are you mostly on X, Twitter? Are you mostly on Instagram?
I'm cycling through everything. You could always find me at the Steve Urena, SteveUrena. I'm just seeing, looking for opportunities. Luckily, there's accounts out there that do promote comics that I haven't even heard of yet that are out there. It's just figuring out where those people are and finding out, where to go. But if anybody has any ideas or is like, hey, this will be a good place for that, please let me know because it's tough out there.
Let's find our community, basically.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I feel like, and this is a very, very obscure reference. I feel like we're all the fucking Gorgonites from Small Soldiers, and it's like we're all misplaced.
It feels that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it feels.
I loved the Gorgonites when I was a kid.
Oh,
I did too. Did you see that? Did you see the new one? They made like a concept thing where somebody just decided to do like, I guess like claymation or something like that, and it's like a new Small Soldiers where they used like different. It's sick. It's like maybe a minute long. Yeah, I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, I have to go watch that.
Oh, dude, I was all about that movie back then.
Yeah, man. Same. The toys. I feel like the toys were cooler than the movie.
Yeah,
you had two sides. You had like monsters, and you had these army guys, and they all had different cool things you can do. And the video games were actually pretty good too. I remember I
like the games.
Cool. Yeah.
So Steven, what are you doing this week?
I'm just gonna continue. I basically have, I think, 3 pages left to color. So
Dude, it looks so good.
Deathless. Yep. I'm super stoked. Deathless 2 is almost done.
I'm going to letter tomorrow and Thursday. I'm gonna do as much as I can. I should be able to get a really good chunk of it done. We do have a whole hurricane like weirdness going on right now.
Yeah, the fog. Whatever you don't color or whatever, I'm just gonna if I get to that point, I'm just gonna start flatting myself because then you can just.
I think it's only 2 pages.
We're much further along than we were with Deathless issue 1. I think is Deathless issue 1. I think I took over around like the 11 or 12.
Like 11 or 12, I think.
But this time you got like basically all of it.
Yeah, I think I only have 1.5 left. So but dude, it's gonna be
amazing. The last page you can just skip entirely because that's gonna be all mood lighting anyway. I can just like color it all blue and then like add the lighting effects on top. So whatever you want to do.
True. All right, Steve, let's do just before we go, can we do like one more quick pitch like to get people to buy freaking Foulmouth so they show up for it?
Sure. So Foulmouth, demon-possessed superhero, gets her powers from cursing. This is my first superhero comic. I've been told this is the best thing I've written so far, and I like Zombie Date Night. I love Slowpokes. So if you want to see a different side of me, please back. Also, if you are iffy on the concept, you could at least look at our merch. We have a cursing is my superpower t-shirt, which I think a lot of people love. I think we have a bumper sticker as well that you can add to your car when you're flipping people off in traffic. So go check it out on Kickstarter. And if you can't back, just please help spread the word.
Heck yeah, dude.
Awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah, please go back it and definitely spread the word. Do both things. Don't listen to him. Do both things. Go back it. Give all the money you can. Steal money from your grandma.
Go into your grandmama's purse.
Go into
out of there.
Go into any purse.
Nice shirt. Yeah, any purse.
Alex Ross is painting his house plants. We need to get this man the money for security.
Listen, and if you need to, at Alex Ross, get him to draw the next cover for Foulmouth.
That's very true. Everybody go at Alex Ross on Twitter.
We want Foulmouth
cover. Go see Foulmouth. I just want to see Alex Ross draw a big fuck. Like, I'll put that on my wall. That'd be amazing.
That's amazing. But Steve, it's been amazing talking to you. Thank you so much. Of course. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're only listening on one of the various podcasting apps, freaking thank you. We're so close to getting our Spotify ad monetization situation. Now we're super stoked about that. So thank you. Yes. Finally. But yeah, that's
more like
yeah.
Hey, that's something. That's
gum. Hey, give me that was a quarter. Give it back.
Do you guys have Patreon?
Yeah, we have Patreon too.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
because you guys show off, your comic, right? Like one page here, one page. Great. I thought you did. I figured.
Yeah, well, we need to start doing that. I avoid that sometimes because one of our biggest Patreon supporters hates spoilers. So.
What you should do is make fake pages like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna kill off the character.
Like complete like story altering like stuff like Douglas like getting his head blown off. Doesn't even make sense.
Is that a very prominent vagina? I'm Douglas.
Oh my God. Listen,
it's that alien ussy, baby.
When you do your Kickstarter, I mean that's what's selling right now. It's crazy too. Also with the Kickstarter because you see really cool books, and then on the other side of it, it's just like boobs.
Oh, it really is. It's crazy, dude. I'm sure we'll lean into it at some point because we would we need it. We need to get.
We have the perfect character for it.
Shirtless.
Oh God, and it's just gonna be Douglas. It's just gonna be Steven's character.
Let's just say fishnets, no bra, baby.
That's great.
All right. But thank you all so much. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
And you could
say
I'm
Steve Urena.
This has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next time.
Boom.
I just feel like a lot of the news that's coming out in the world is just like, fuck, like what is happening?
Dude, it's just, it hasn't let up since 2020, man. I'll tell you what. It really hasn't.
Crazy.
Every year it's like, let's hope.
Was the end of the world, guys. Yeah. This is it. We're
living. Like all we had to think about was murder hornets at one point, and then that
was such like a weird little blip that they're like, let's get rid of that B story. We don't need it.
Murder hornets was overkill, actually, guys. We don't even need that. We need to stick to what we already got.
We're on track. We're on track. Everything's
on track. Murder hornets is the backup plan.
Yeah, murder hornets is the backup. And then I saw Anthony. You were in New York City.
Yes, I was. Oh, dude, the amount of times I said New York City.
I'm in New York City.